Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you all had an amazing Christmas, and I hope you had an amazing time with your friends and family. Now that Christmas is finally over, I do want to spend some time talking about the next holiday in line, which is New Year's. More specifically, I wanted to spend some time talking about New Year's resolutions. I want to spend some time talking about why so many people who set New Year's resolutions end up falling off and failing them just a couple months in. Essentially, the issue a lot of people face when creating new goals is they'll set the bar so high that they overwhelm themselves really quickly. And I'll give you an example. A lot of people, when they're setting these New Year's resolutions, they want the biggest change in the quickest way possible, such as I want to lose 100 pounds this year. I want to build 30, 40, 50 pounds of muscle this year. Or I'm going to completely quit drinking. I'm going to become more active. I'm going to live a completely different lifestyle. And while it definitely is possible to build a good amount of muscle in a year and definitely lose 100 pounds in a year, it's also possible to completely change your life in 1 year. A lot of people set their sights only on the finish line and they don't account for the journey ahead. They don't think about the times where they'll be unmotivated, the times where they'll have stress, the times where the last thing they want to do is either make their own food or show up at the gym. The real secret, not even really a secret, to winning not only this year's resolutions, but every year's resolutions is to take the slow approach, create action based goals. And I'll explain that in a second. But take a slow approach, make small adjustments over time, and continually win over time. Basically, action based goals are just these small, mini, realistic, and achievable mini goals that will help aid you along the journey towards your larger long term goal. And I'll give you a couple examples. Let's say if I do want to lose 100 pounds, instead of just setting my sights only on losing that 100 pounds, I could make note of what of the things that I am currently doing and make appropriate changes. For example, let's say I know that I'm not even getting 4,000 steps a day. An action based goal could be okay, I'm going to start off with just a daily 10-minute walk. And when I'm consistent with doing that for, let's say, about 30 days, then I'll throw in a second or third daily walk. And, walking at about 3 miles per hour for 10 minutes, that's going to be about a little over 1,000 steps. So now I'm adding an extra 2 to 3,000 steps daily, which is going to have a big impact on the amount of calories I burn throughout the day, which will make the weight loss a lot easier. And then from there, I could add in, some weekly cardio, some more higher intensity zone 3, zone 4 cardio, and just build off of there. Another good example could be with my nutrition. Let's say if I know that I'm mostly consuming processed foods, I'm eating a lot of whole foods, I don't really cook for myself, an action based goal could be I'm just going to get an extra cup of vegetables per day. Doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're not getting any, that is going to have a big impact. Now that I'm consuming more nutrient rich foods, I'm consuming more fiber, I'm going to feel more satiated. I'm not going to have as much cravings. And when I'm consistent with getting that one extra cup of vegetables per day, I can then throw in a couple more vegetables, a couple more cups of veggies a day. And then after, let's say, a month or two of me consistently getting 2 to 3 cups of veggies per day, I could then just say, you know what, I'm going to make a goal of getting 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day. And now when I'm consistent with doing that, I could then move on to protein. If I know my protein isn't super high, I can make a goal of, okay, I'm going to get at least 4 to 5 palm sizes of protein every single day. Think of creating these small goals kind of like mini side quests along the main storyline towards your larger goal. You're you're winning you're constantly winning these small little battles to keep you motivated, to keep you hyped up, to keep you in the game. Because if you're playing a game and there's nothing else to do besides the ultimate boss at the end, you're quickly going to get bored along the journey. You're going to become unmotivated and you're more likely to fall off. But by setting these small goals that are realistic and all pretty much easily achievable, you're going to give yourself this constant mindset of, okay, I'm just winning and winning and winning. And that's going to really help keep you in the game long term. All in all, the main issue people have when setting their goals is they set the bar way too high without accounting for the journey ahead. There's roadblocks that are going to happen, guaranteed. And because a lot of people aren't prepared for them, it hits them like a freight train and they don't know what to do. And this is one of the reasons why, you see this massive influx of newcomers in the gym between January and April, but by January and March, but by April, you see most of them gone. And sure, a lot of them will try again the next year, but most of them don't come back at all. Take the slow approach, be realistic, think with an unmotivated mindset when setting your goals. I know it kind of makes me sound like a Debbie Downer, but when you account for the times where you're going to have stress, you're not going to have that much sleep, there's other things going on in your life where the last thing you want to do is really take care of your physical health, that's going to make creating a workout plan a lot easier for you. It's going to make it a lot more realistic and a lot more effective. Think about this. Let's just say that a 6 day a week workout plan is the greatest workout plan on planet Earth. You follow this workout, guarantee you're going to lose all the body fat and build all the muscle you want. It quickly becomes useless if you're not consistent with it. That's the thing. Not saying a 6 day a week workout plan is the best. It's most likely not for most people. But let's just say, for this example, if it is, it still becomes worthless because nobody's going to be consistent with that. How many people are are you able to consistently hit 6 days a week in the gym without ever missing a day, without fail, no matter what? It's really important to think about these things when setting goals. When we understand what goes on in our lives, the roadblocks that we run into, it's much easier to make realistic goals that are going to have a lasting impact. This process should be thought of as a lifelong pursuit, not some 90-day boot camp. And when you think of it as a lifelong pursuit, you are going to make the right changes. You are going to take the right approach, and not only will you make the progress, but you will sustain it.